Good morning. This morning I'm coming to you from Dusable Harbor here in Chicago. Here over my left shoulder, if you look closely, you can see the Ferris wheel on Navy Pier. And the topic I'm going to discuss with you now is the future tense. Now the future tense is not used that often. And the reason it's not used that often is that the Germans would normally use the present tense, especially, and almost exclusively then, almost always, when there's a time element involved. And we tend to do that in English. Say I'm going to go to the movies tomorrow. I am going to go to the movies tomorrow. I am going to the movies tomorrow. That's present tense, I am going. And that's what a German would say. He would say, Ich gehe morgen ins Kino. However, if there's the potential for confusion, and sometimes for whatever the reason somebody chooses to use the future tense, you need to know what it is. And the future tense in German is built just like in English. The use of a helping verb plus an infinitive. In German, as is often the case, as is always the case, the helping verb is second element. Unless it's a subordinate clause, a helping verb is second element. And the infinitive form of the verb goes at the end. So what's the helping verb in German? The helping verb in German is the verb werden. Werden is the verb normally means to become, way more important in German than it is in English. They use the verb to become in places where we would sometimes say get, I'm getting sick. In German it would be ich werde krank, I'm becoming sick, or I'm going to be a doctor, I'm going to be. We use the verb to be. In German it's I'm becoming a doctor, ich werde Arzt. And there are other situations like that, where they would use the form of werden, where we would choose a different verb. Okay, so werden, to become, what are the forms? It's an irregular verb, and here are the forms. Ich werde, du wirst, wird, wir werden, ihr werdet, sie werden. Okay? Those are the forms of the verb to be. This would take the second element position, or first element if it's a question. So it doesn't take much in the way of examples to show you how that works. Here we have a question, but with a question word, so the verb is second. Wann wirst du das Auto waschen? When will you wash the car? Werden is second element in the form of wirst because the subject is du, and at the end comes the infinitive waschen. And the second sentence is Ich werde das Auto reparieren. I am going to repair the car. So you have werden, second element, a form of werden, the one that matches with ich werde, and at the end of the sentence you have your infinitive. Ich werde das Auto reparieren. That's all there is, except, and I think I'm going to cover it here on the future tense, is when you have a modal verb. Remember, modals are often used with another verb. Modal, second element, infinitive at the end. Ich muss das Auto reparieren. I have to repair the car. How would you do that in the future tense? Well, you simply take that modal out of its second element position, put it at the end of the sentence in the infinitive, like you would in any other verb. Ich repariere das Auto. Ich werde das Auto reparieren. The repariere went out, went to the end. As an infinitive, you do the same thing with a modal. So it's a conjugated form of werden, and then you have two infinitives, or a double infinitive, at the end of the sentence. If it were a question, it would start with wirst du, and otherwise, let's just say ich werde as our examples. So the first two elements are wirst du, or ich werde zu Hause bleiben dürfen oder müssen. Here we have actually four sentences right here. Ich werde zu Hause bleiben müssen. I will have to stay home. Ich werde zu Hause bleiben dürfen. I will be allowed to stay home. Wirst du zu Hause bleiben müssen, oder wirst du zu Hause bleiben dürfen? All future tense with the modal. Okay, so that should cover us for the future tense. That's it for right now.